Hello, your friend is Portsy, and welcome to the first episode of the new season's Ultimate Defending Masterclass eFootball Mobile 2026. So, in this video, I'll take you through the meta tactics, player instructions, and how to structure your team to concede less this season. Let's jump right in. 90% of the time, how your team shapes up defensively determines how easily you defend and how good you are. But wait, what are these shapes I'm talking about? This has nothing to do with the formation we're using. If you're watching real football, then probably you know we already have some good defensive shapes like the 4-4-2 used by Atletico and Arsenal. We've got the 4-2-3-1 by Aston Villa and the 5-4-1 defensive shape by Crystal Palace and Newcastle. And you've noticed that they're using different formation when attacking and a completely different structure when defending. And that is what we want to achieve in eFootball. Now the fun part is in eFootball you can actually use two formations in one game. That is one formation when defending and a completely different formation when attacking. So you have two formations, that is one when you are with the ball, that is when attacking, and a completely different structure or a completely different formation when you are defending. Let me show you how. So I'll take 2 to 3 examples, but remember this works for almost every formation, and so you can just comment your formation down below and we'll talk about it. Straight to our first example, I think this is a common one. I'm gonna go for the 4-2-1-3. So I'm gonna show you how I structure it to defend in 4-4-2, but when attacking, we are fluid and I've got like 6 players up front that are creating good chances. Now it's all about player instructions and the roles that you select for your team, but let me quickly take you through the roles I do have and I think they are balanced and you should try them out. So at the back line you can see I've got 3 center backs and 1 offensive fullback who will be sprinting forward to offer width and also sending crosses, and I don't have a destroyer center back because lofted passes and lofted through balls are so powerful this season. Then in midfield, I've got 1 orchestrator, Vitinha, and 1 anchorman, Rodri. So the midfield is balanced. And up front, I've got a whole play in the middle, a Blitzkala as a second striker, and a crossing left winger, that is Van der Vaart, who will be sending in crosses for my aerially powerful Erling Haaland. So back to what's important, that is on the play instructions. Now for this to defend in a 4-4-2, typically I've set Van der Vaart on deep line to drop into that left midfield position, and Gareth Bale and Erling Haaland will automatically stay forward with my attacking midfielder also dropping deep into midfield to form that 4-4-2 defensive structure. So I've got Rodri also an anchorman just to reinforce things here, but that is optional. So this way, if you look at it in game, you can see that when I'm with the ball, the formation is back and comfortable in the 4-2-1-3 with my fullback up and assisting in attack. But without the ball, we are back into that solid 4-4-2 defensive shape. And that is also the case with the 4-3-3 formation. You can see here I only set Van der Vaart again on deep line instruction, so we'll be dropping deep in that left midfield position again without the ball. So still this one will defend in a 4-4-2 with Collar here and Bale high up front and a midfield of 4. So without the ball we are in 4-4-2, and when attacking we will be having 3 players up front, 1 midfielder and the right back also pushing high up the pitch to help in attack.
Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Ambitious ball here. Dink through. Haaland could try cutting inside here. He's had a shot! Goal!
Again, these examples are very generic because looking at the league rankings over here, you're gonna realize that most top players are using this formation. Like, let's just take a look at the Kadariare. Let's just check his game plan. Right, again, you notice it's a 4-2-1-3, and so we've covered that in ways to make this more defensively stable. And let's just look at the second guy, that is Motosta. You can see again in this case having a 4-2-2 formation. With this one defensively it's okay because their base formation is already 4-2-2, so you won't need to set up any weird stuff defensively. This is very balanced if you know how to use it. So that's it, guys, for this episode, and hopefully you found this one helpful as well. See you again in our next episode. Adios.